Okay, so what we're doing is getting stuff ready. Here's some of the tools I'm using: a drill, and a Black & Decker, and some skill drill bits. And one thing I did this week is I went and I traded our blue Dodger over the back side of it, and I'll show you so you can watch out for this on your own. Over the back side, right about here in the middle, it already had developed a small rip just from the boom crossing over it, and while tacking and and jibing and stuff. And so what I did is I called Blue Water Yachts where I got it, and I bought it used. I paid $200 and they installed it free because they were also installing my engine. And they asked about $650 for these things, but these had been used and there's nothing wrong with them. So I saved $400 plus 50 or 100 in installation, which was really nice of them. But the project I'm doing this. Oh, and let me show you what else I got while I was down there. I have a black sail cover I got from them for like $50, and then my head sail cover was blue. What I was going to go with was blue trim, but the head sail cover, when I enrolled that, because that was used too, they gave me that for like $50. But when I enrolled it, it had 4 or 5 little rips in it. So I just swapped the head sail cover and this thing straight across. And then this week I bought a mast hound set that will go up there, and I'll put it 1 foot above my Genoa furler, because I ordered a spinnaker. So, and I'll run my second halyard about 12 inches up to about 18 inches right in the middle. So it's all nice and out of the way. But the project, getting back to what the project is, I'm hooking up my solar panel. I've used these the last couple of years on my boat. It's a 45 watt setup. I get them super cheap at Harbor Freight Tools. Then I insure them, and it don't matter if you step on them, drop an anchor on it. It don't matter if they fall in the salt water. As long as you can pull the thing up, you can take it back. So this same set, I had it on my Cal 34. Then when I downsized to see if we could actually live on a boat this size again, I got a US 25, and we ran that for 3 months last summer. And that was like a summer shakedown cruise. I've been downsizing again, and my kids they really want to go fast, so I don't blame them. So now I can run them fast and this and that. So I'm hooking up my solar set, and I don't know where I'm going to put this one. Hi, Roar, you're so good. So on my other boats, believe it or not, well, it's not hard to believe, but even the US 25 had a wider door, and I was able to put all 3 of them in their frames, and put it on the sliding hatch up here in my Cal 34, the same thing. But I'll tell you how good these work. It was a cloudy day the other day. I had installed a stereo in my boat with a friend of mine, Steve-O. He did most of 90% of the work. Thanks, Steve. Anyway, I left the thing on and came back the next day to do work, and both my deep cycles that I have hooked up to that setup were completely dead. I did have our skiff deep cycle in there, and I did have my 3rd deep cycle for the house that's completely off the grid of everything. But I wanted to see how these solar panels reacted with this boat, and within 4 hours I had enough juice in both of my deep cycles. I can run it to the house deep cycles at the same time to run the battery and run everything in this. So these work really good. And at Harbor Freight, I think the last I paid for this whole setup, including the gizmo that's like a regulator, and it tells you how many amps you got, or volts, or whatever. Yeah, it's probably volts. It was only $127. Then I paid, $29 or $99 or $49.99 for the insurance, of course, because that's just like the opportunity to get a brand new one every couple of years. So I'm going to set these up. I'm gonna screw these here on the hatch cover, They're going to slide underneath my thing. I already checked that. They'll do that. It's really tight. I have to pop off one of the things on the corner. But when we're sailing, I leave that open because I got the dang Dodger anyway. And then this one here is going to go on the bow. I had it facing this direction while it was here in the yard because I stow my boat right next to the water. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one so it's facing outward from the boat. And eventually I'll figure out something permanent for it. So I'm using zip ties on that right now. But I'm going to screw these in right now. And I put some corkboard stuff under here to make this so it doesn't go, because otherwise it would rock back and forth. The hatch is, has a whatever you call it, like a slope that comes up and down on it. And I got these in here so they're set straight, and I'm just gonna run them right into the hatch boards. One thing about the screws is the screws go down here and they're about this long. So what I got to do is run them up. I'll first put them in straight down here to get it all checked. Then I'll take them back out and run them up from the deck, from inside. Put the wing nuts on them, and then I'll saw them off because they literally they're pretty long. All right, we'll get this thing back out when we're sailing. Have a great day.